Honourable Money Association of Ghana has petitioned the Minority Caucus in Parliament to ensure the absolute rejection of the e-levy. The group cited, amongst others, that approval of the levy will undermine the country's cashless systems, job losses and the rise in criminal activities. The group, in presenting the petition, asked government to conduct an extensive impact on the levy before its passage. Here is the General Secretary of the Association, Evans Otumfo.
Yes. Mobile money has become, the major driver of both formal and informal sector. Everybody is now leveraging in whatever economic activities to transact using the mobile money platform. And so after our assessment, we have realized that there are about 12 challenges should government continue to pursue the e-levy in its current state or form. It will be bringing over here is, we believe strongly that the levy is going to elicit behaviors that can undermine the cashless system and digitization drive of the economy. The other one also has to do with the fact that millions of young people will be losing their jobs because mobile money agents, we are over 400,000. And so if averagely each agent is employing 2 people, just multiply and you can imagine the job loss or the potential job loss that the levy will impose on us. We also have 80% chances of going back to our cash system, which is something that should be very worrying to all of us. We are also envisaging a potential business that, people want to leverage on the availability of mobile money to bring. It is only going to be a mirage. And then the 5th one has to do with innovative businesses that try to leverage on mobile money may lose their investment. Records has it that other businesses have already done huge investment trying to leverage on the presence of mobile money to, introduce some businesses. And so the implication of the 1.75 levy, should it go through, then it means that all these people, their investments are going to lock down. Then again, we believe that the country will be taken several years back from where we have gotten, to. The cash system, the cash and carry system. Should the levy go through, these are some of the challenges that it will also bring to us. And then the issue of, we on the journey of bridging the gap between the banked and then the unbanked, that, we are going to have a greater challenge over there. Investors in the sector will begin to draw back. We are agents, and of course, we play a major, partner within the industry. And so when we realize that, our profit margins are going to be affected, our lives are also under threat, then we'll be left with no other alternative than to consider pulling back our investment. Another issue that we have also, come to terms with has to do with is going to definitely slow down a tall list of economic activities in the country, which, were facilitated by the presence of mobile money. Robberies and criminal activities will be on the ascendancy due to resort to carrying cash for travels. Our parents go on a long journey to, transact whatever business, and, they now resort to the use of mobile money. But as soon as we introduce the 1.75% levy, the fear of paying exorbitant charges, they'll be resorting to carrying of, fiscal cash on them. Then again, long hours of doing business will also greet us again when people tend to shy away from the levy. The cost of doing business will also skyrocket. And then the last one has to do with, it is definitely going to put so much pressure on the mobile money ecosystem and other economic activities.
Minority Leader Haruna Idrisi observed that government is set to meet the caucus over the levy and assured the group of conveying their concerns to government.
Where you stand on a bill and a legislation that will not only affect our quest for a digital economy, but on a matter that affects your livelihood and employment and affects many others outside who have no voices to reach out to Parliament and to share their views to Parliament. I'm inspired further reading your text when I see the words, I'm sure in particularly the page 3. I just paraphrase it. This, you know, will impact us also as agents. This, you know, will impact us as agents. And as you express it, not just mobile money agents, the fintech institutions, the merchants, the electronic money ecosystem will stand to lose with the insensitivity of the Nana Akufo-Addo government. I've heard very interesting stories in the last 1 week, and one which beats my imagination is to hear a Minister of Finance, Minister for Information, members of Parliament of the NPP say, without any shame, that allow us to raise revenue to build infrastructure. When the NDC and John Dramani Mahama initiated those VAT on financial services, was it to raise stones? It was to raise revenue for purpose of development. But all of a sudden, it's as if it's only them who know that revenue has used for infrastructure development. And now the argument has even shifted that because the NDC thinks that if they get money, they will develop Ghana. Little did I know that they were obstructing President Mahama and the NDC not to get money to develop Ghana.
On the part of the ranking member on Finance Committee, Atu Fossen, government should pull brakes on the levy and assess its impact on the economy before its introduction.
Letter, circulating on social media and mainstream media that this very group intends to embark on a demonstration, believing that this policy the government intends to introduce, obviously, is not in the right direction. Today, what we've heard is a confirmation of our concerns that these young boys, young ladies, and young guys that we see here are very much concerned that not only their investment that is, if care is not taken, is going to collapse, but obviously their livelihood. According to the central bank, 441,000 people are registered as mobile money agents. On average, each person employs 2, 3, 4, 5. And so even if we are to stick to the traditional numbers of, say, 2 or 3, then you are obviously saying that over 1 million of ordinary Ghanaians will lose their job in case they introduce this policy. I say this because the demand for mobile money service is elastic. And since it's elastic, if care is not taken, if government goes ahead with the introduction of this levy, people will stay away from using the service, and obviously you will put them out of business and they'll be on.
The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is expected to hold a crunch meeting with the Minority Caucus in Parliament over the controversial electronic transaction levy bill on Thursday, January 27, 2022. This is according to Minority Chief Whip Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, who made the revelation on Joy News' PM Express Wednesday. According to him, the Finance Minister reached out to the Minority Leader Haruna Jesu asking for an engagement with the NDC members of Parliament. Mr. Mubarak indicated that his side of the House will honour the invitation, but they will go into the meeting with secretaries and recording devices.
Oh, Finance Minister is going to do consultation. 1 solid month. Because remember we went on recess on 21st.
Yes.
And we came back to 1 solid.
There hasn't been any consultation. Nobody has reached out to you.
The so-called civil society and they say they claim they want to do. They have not done all that. And they have wasted that 1 month.
But the finance
now we come the first week. Listen, speaker is there. Yesterday they started for 5 hours. He said that this week you are going to be 11. You are going to now reach out. This my leader just informed me that the finance minister spoke to him. Everything was not we should go. So what us tomorrow.
Everybody in the minority side?
Minority. Obviously, we have...
Not only the finance committee, everybody else.
Everybody. They want to meet the minority. Obviously, we are putting up our rankings. Okay. We are putting up our rankings. So, tomorrow morning...
To do what exactly? Did he say?
He's coming to talk, so we are going to listen.
To consult you?
Well, we are going to listen. Whether he's going to consult, whether he's going to give us some information, whatever it is, we'll be listening.
Are you saying that that's the first time he's doing this?
Yes. Since the 21st that we rose. So, Evans, now you had a whole 1 month. You've wasted it. The first week of Parliament.
So, you will go, you see him. You agree, you've agreed to see him.
Condition. It's going to be official. So put it into writing, we'll come with secretaries, we'll come with recorders.
Okay.
So we'll record everything that...
And this meeting will happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow, God willing, 9 we have scheduled 9 a.m.
Okay.
So we are going to do that tomorrow. So you've consumed all the 1 month. You are consuming the first week. Remember, Speaker is available. We've all gone to have some deep rest. It is now that Speaker even has some reserve energy because of his ill health to be able to carry, because yesterday you saw him sit for 5 hours. Now yesterday, Speaker said, oh, I thought you were going to prioritize the e-levy. So the finance minister said he wants to go and do consultation and other things. So you are going to consume the whole of the 1 week. Evans, I'm sorry that sometimes I put these some fine details. Everybody in leadership, unless